Hi, good morning here in Los Angeles. I'm Valerie, the publisher of the Hollywood Times, and I'm so happy to have our guests. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Thank you so much.
Oh, my name is Michael Emery. I play Christian Brooks in the film The Birder. Yeah,
I'm Nate Dushku, and I am the director and producer of Birder.
And I am Amnon Luri, and I am the writer and producer and moral support to the director.
Love it, love it. And I'm one of the lucky ones that got to see the film. So the film is Birder, and we're going to just talk a couple of minutes about it. And I want to know, first of all, the inspiration behind the film.
Well, let's go to the writer for that.
Nate and I are a married couple and have been together for 20 years, and we like to travel together. And there's this really awesome stretch of river in Vermont that we have been going to for many years now. And people get naked on the river, and it's generally a very queer, mostly gay men, but some other folks come through, and everyone gets naked and has a good time. And we were out there with about 12 friends one year, and we were like, wouldn't it be cool to do a movie here? And we were in this amazing house, and then we were like, yeah, maybe do like Gay Clue. And then the pandemic happened, and Gay Clue became something of a little more difficult challenge. And then we're like, maybe something a little bit more simple and out in the woods. And so we kind of germinated this dark fable and decided to put it into motion. And then we found all these amazing people to do it with, and here we are.
Yeah. And I think I'll just add on to that. I think, queer horror, or what I sometimes call it queer trauma, it's often like a more lived experience. And, in the work that we do, we really like to dip our toes into some dark truths about the experience that we have in the world. And this film is kind of an exploration of consent dynamics in a kink friendly or like a dom sub space. And our character goes on this odyssey through this community, and kind of gains the trust of each person to lure them into his kink. So we kind of like based it in reality, and then just decided we want to take our audience on this kind of odyssey that has a lot of darkness, some humor, and is very sexy.
It is very much. Michael, do you have anything to say about where the idea came from? Do you have
yeah.
any
I mean,
opinions? Go ahead.
oh yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. When I first read this script, this brilliant script, and Christian stuck out to me so much. Just the color and layers that Ami wrote. I just was so excited. I contacted my manager, who was relentless with Nate and Ami about me reading for it. I auditioned. I think I sent them like a I think I sent them like a short film. I sent them like 6 scenes. I was just one after the other. I just wanted to keep taping because I just knew this guy inside and out. And it's a tragic, for me. It was Christian was someone who was the most complex character I've ever played, I've ever read. A testament to Ami, and just how I was excited as the artist to bring out all these different levels that were either in front of me or hidden or knew that I could bring out in him. And Nate just let me go, and there was no leash. And I just dove head first, literally, into the water, into the character. So yeah.
Love it. Is it fair for viewers to assess that overt sexuality can dull the senses to nearby danger?
I'd say you're kind of nailing it on the head right there. It's it seems like this openness and this freedom is all positive, but it's kind of a cautionary tale that labeling yourself, choosing an identity might sometimes get you in trouble. It's like the old, you're between a rock and a hard place. You don't want to veer too much into the mainstream. But if you go into these marginalized communities, you could find yourself, face to face with psychopath.
Yeah, I mean, I would add to that exactly. There, interesting to your question is, like in the community that we write, it's really not overt sexuality, right? Like these are people that live a particular way, and this is their daily practice when they're out in the river, and they're very open, and some of them are poly, and there's just this kind of very fluid sexual positive community. So like they're not like, we're going to be really sexy out on the river and have our dicks hanging out or whatever it is. It's just this very commonplace culture for them. And I think that the metaphor that we really wanted to hit when we put this out in the world, in terms of the brazenness of the sexuality, for most people that aren't from this community, it is about dulling the senses a little bit. It's like when you go to an internet page and you want to buy something, and they're like, subscribe to this and you get 15% off. And that's a sexy offer. And you consent to giving something to someone out there in the world who has none of your best interests in mind. So you're saying, I consent for that 15% discount, which is kind of sexy, but they might be selling your data to someone else. And suddenly you're vulnerable to 1,000 more messages. So there's this like very interesting thing going on in our society at large, but also in this very small kind of insular community.
Yeah. Yeah. It scared me. I wasn't expecting all this throat squashing to happen. Michael, you did really good at it. Did you have to research how to strangle somebody?
No. We had a great stunt coordinator on set, and he gave me so many great techniques to use for the camera. And no, it was just being in the moment, and I had great scene partners. Nate and Nami put together a great cast, and it was just fun to play with everybody, and everyone was on the same page, which made it such a smooth process as far as the shooting of the scenes go for me. But yeah, they showed me how to do it, and yeah, no one was injured or hurt. So yeah.
So you said it was a camp in Vermont.
It was roughly based on that. But then we were at the time spending a lot of time in Boston with family, which is where I grew up. And we thought, oh, what a great place to shoot a movie. And Vermont's just such a great state. But I'm also very familiar with kind of central New Hampshire and the lake region up there. And we thought, what an interesting place to shoot the film as well, because when you think of New Hampshire versus Vermont, you get a very different feeling. I don't know how familiar you are with those states, but sometimes people call New Hampshire kind of like the Texas of the Northeast. It's kind of like, as the movie says, live free or die. So there's a little bit of an element of danger within that. You don't really know who you're going to run into. And I'm into true crime. And I believe even while we were shooting, there was like an old couple that disappeared on the mountain trail, so we just took it out of that Vermont literal setting and decided to just kind of stick it in New Hampshire. And the location is literally a 2-hour drive from where I was staying at the time. So we just kept driving up and back. I mean, Michael came a lot further. The cast all came from New York. They hopped on the Vermonter and took it up to White River Junction, hour drive from there.
Also, like, we're making indie film. So, and we're the farthest thing from, like, there's indie film and then there's indie film. And this is a very, we did it all from the bottom up with a very small budget to make a feature film in today's market. And we really needed the place to be a player. We needed the place to really have a story behind it that we didn't have to spend money to bring out. And, the Northeast with New Hampshire and the Lake region, it really brings story to the table without you having to do a thing, which is, from the production side of the spectrum, just infinitely valuable.
So where are you gentlemen at right now?
We're actually in Montana.
just outside of Missoula.
We live in Brooklyn, but we're here for kind of a family birthday. By the way, are you getting these thumbs up on your screen?
Yeah, I see
Oh,
two.
you're
of
getting
them.
them.
Apparently, thumbs
Who's
up.
There's been
doing it?
3. I've been counting. 4.
I think it's a feature that we have to.
I don't know what that is. I'm not doing it, I promise.
No, I like it. It's encouraging me. It's
If you
making
say
me
I
feel-
if you say certain words,
Making me
Thumbs up.
giggle.
I like that. Like, give me all the thumbs up.
so
I was thinking they're trying to have me wrap it up. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Or they just really like us. Michael,
Yeah.
where
I'm
are you at right now?
I'm in New Jersey right now, right by the shore, Jersey Shore.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And what are you working on next? Can you tell us?
Yeah, I have I'm working on a Netflix series. I can't say what it is, but
Oh, too bad.
it's the biggest Netflix series in the history of Netflix. So I'm working on that soon, coming up, and then I have 3 films this summer fall that I'm working on. So I'm excited for the next few months coming up here.
Well,
Michael's
congratulations.
always working. That's what I realized.
I'm just a grinder, yeah.
We were just glad that when we gave him the role that something didn't come up that said, "Oh, this," because he took a chance. He took a chance on us,
Yeah, he's a incredibly courageous and talented actor. Like, really, this guy's incredible. We were very lucky to get to spend some time with him
Yeah.
doing.
It's always that fear, like you're like, okay, be in New Hampshire on this date, and you're just like, I'm like calling his agent, I'm like, is
this
he
real?
here yet? He's gone yet? He's really coming, right? Because if he doesn't show up, we're FUCK ED.
Yeah. No, it was such an honor and pleasure to work with these guys, and I learned so much about myself, and they both pushed me, hard, and I hope it shows in the story for you and everybody, the whole world.
Yay. And Nate, you guys, so you're on a circuit right now. You're on a festival circuit to show the film. How's that going? Have you started?
It's been amazing. Yeah, I mean, it was really last year. We, because we finished the film in 2022, and then we took a bit to edit and do all the post stuff, and then we premiered the film in Durham, North Carolina, at the amazing Out South Queer Film Festival, which was just such a great experience. And we took it around Seattle, Atlanta. We took it to Brazil, to Sao Paulo. We took it to Melbourne, which was special because that's where we got best first feature award among all the other incredible films that are on the circuit this year. And then once you kind of like hit the international circuit, then it's let's try to get this out there for people to see. And we're so thrilled. Got approached by TLA Releasing, and it's coming out on June 25th in video on demand and digital and DVD, and UK and Ireland, and then France, and then Australia. So we're just kind of thrilled at how far it's going and the life it's taking. And there'll be more festivals, I think, but once you kind of get the distribution, those tend to peter out a little bit. We haven't really been submitting, but if somebody comes along and says we really want to screen your film, then we're always open to showing it. It's actually, in I think 2 weeks, it's going to be showing in Canada at the first festival in Canada at an actual nude campground in Ontario. So that's cool. It's going to be kind of like their Fright Night programming as part of Real Out Kingston.
Fantastic.
You guys going to that?
We're like, we considered it because it sounds like a really good time.
I had this image of me standing naked in front of all these people, and I thought, sometimes you do need to draw a line.
Eyes on the screen, please.
That's amazing.
I love it. I love it. Well, we're the Hollywood Times Official is our YouTube channel, and hollywoodtimes.net is our website. And so how can our viewers and readers find the film and find you guys, social media?
We're at Birder Movie on Instagram, at BIRDER Movie on Instagram, and also come June 25th, we'll be on Amazon, Apple, Google Play, Vudu, Vimeo, and hopefully a few more streamers that we've kind of been talking to. But once June 25th comes around, you'll be able to buy it or rent it on demand or streaming.
Yeah.
Michael?
My IG handle is I am Michael Emery, EMERY. So go
And the
there.
name of that Netflix that you're working on?
Oh, I'll tell you off air. I can tell you off air. Yeah.
You're
don't
on
wanna
some
get
other
caught.
shows right now too, though, Michael.
Yeah, Michael is just
What are you on right now?
Yeah, I just wrapped a series reg on a show called On 10, which is had its release on Tubi. That's starring Vivica A. Fox, Erica Peoples, myself, Chadwick Farley, and Clifton Powell. So it's a really great cast. We shot that in Atlanta. So yeah, you can go ahead and check that out too. It's free on Tubi. You can watch all 6 episodes.
Lovely. And you're not
Yeah.
shy.
I am a shy person, but not when I'm working. But like as a person, I'm very shy. Yeah. Yeah. But when I'm on set and when I'm somebody else, like I love to just go for it and obviously go dive headfirst into whatever I need to do.
Christian's not shy. You gotta
Kristen's not shy.
Christian,
look at-
right.
look out for them because Christian's not shy.
There you go.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, you gentlemen. What a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Okay,
Nice to
thank
meet
you.
you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.